Have you ever looked at the ocean and thought, I wish I had a slice of that underwater magic in my home? Well, enter the Imperial Angelfish, one of the most stunning marine fish you could ever have the pleasure of watching. But let me tell you, these fish are no ordinary swimmers. They are the royalty of the reef, with a transformation story that'll make you stop and stare. Let's start with a question to spark your curiosity. Did you know the Imperial Angelfish has a secret transformation that might surprise you? How does a fish that looks completely different as a juvenile grow into one of the most iconic fish in the reef? Stick around because we're about to uncover the story. Oh, and I'll toss in some care tips, a funny story, and everything else you need to make sure your royal guest thrives. The iconic transformation. When you first see an Imperial Angelfish, you might think you're looking at two completely different species depending on its age. Juveniles are a moody black with bold white and blue swirls like an artist's unfinished masterpiece. As they grow, the real magic happens. Those swirls fade, giving way to dazzling blue and gold stripes that scream, I own this reef in fish language. It's like watching a scruffy teenager turn into a runway model overnight. This metamorphosis is why they're such a prized addition to any tank. Now let's talk about how you keep them looking and feeling like royalty. Setting up their kingdom. First things first, your Imperial Angelfish is not a minimalist. Forget about a cozy little bowl. These guys need space. A tank of at least 75 gallons is the bare minimum. But honestly, bigger is better. Think of it this way. Would a king be happy in a studio apartment? No, they need a palace. The larger the tank, the more room they have to swim and show off their majestic stripes. Next up, water quality. These fish have standards. Pristine water is a must. You'll want to maintain a salinity level of 1.023 to 1.025 and keep the temperature stable between 75 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit. These are non-negotiable if you want your Imperial Angelfish to stay healthy and stress-free. Speaking of stress, they're like the Goldilocks of the fish world. Everything needs to be just right. The royal diet. When it comes to food, the Imperial Angelfish is a bit of a foodie. A varied diet is the key to keeping them healthy and vibrant. Think spirulina, seaweed, high-quality pellets, and the occasional treat of shrimp or clams. These meals mimic what they'd eat in the wild, and trust me, they'll thank you with their vibrant colors. Oh, and a quick pro tip. They're not above showing a bit of diva behavior. If they decide they're not in the mood for a certain food, do not take it personally. Choosing the right tank mate's Imperial Angelfish may look like royalty, but they're surprisingly diplomatic. They prefer peaceful tank mates and steer clear of overly aggressive neighbors. Avoid species that might bully them, and instead go for fish with calm and respectful vibes. After all, no one likes a noisy neighbor. Another essential element is live rock. These fish love having plenty of hiding spots and nooks to explore. It mimics their natural reef habitat and gives them a place to retreat when they're feeling shy. Think of it as their royal chambers where they can relax and recharge. Health is wealth. Your Imperial Angelfish is a resilient fish, but even royalty has its vulnerabilities. Keep an eye out for signs of stress or illness such as faded colors or a lack of appetite. These are red flags that something's amiss. Regular water changes and a well-balanced diet go a long way in preventing health issues, but a little extra vigilance never hurts. Now let me share a little story to lighten the mood. I once had an Imperial Angelfish that acted like it was auditioning for a reality TV show. Every time I walked by the tank, it would swim up to the glass, puff its fins dramatically, and give me the fish equivalent of side-eye. I swear it knew I was watching. Naturally, I named it the Diva Fish, and let me tell you, it earned that title every single day. But hey, you've got to respect the confidence, right? Keeping them engaged, Imperial Angelfish are not couch potatoes. They need exercise and mental stimulation to stay happy. Think of them as the marine version of an athlete who also happens to be a chess grandmaster. Swimming space is crucial, but so is having a variety of things to explore. Live rock, tunnels, and other tank decorations can keep their brains busy and their bodies active. Without stimulation, they can become bored, and trust me, you do not want a bored Imperial Angelfish. Training and behavior. Can you train a fish? Well, sort of. While you won't have your Imperial Angelfish doing backflips, you can condition them to recognize feeding times or even come closer to the glass when you approach. This creates a bond between you and your fish and makes the care process more rewarding. It is all about patience and consistency. Behavior-wise, imperial angelfish are generally peaceful but can be a bit territorial, especially in smaller tanks. This is why having adequate space is so important. Think of it like this: even the nicest roommate can get a little testy if they're cramped. Grooming tips. Grooming a fish, it sounds funny, but maintaining their environment is essentially their version of grooming. Keeping the tank clean, ensuring proper filtration, and providing a balanced diet are all part of making sure your imperial angelfish looks and feels its best. It's less about brushing scales and more about creating the perfect conditions for them to shine. Preventing common health issues. One of the most common issues with imperial angelfish is stress. This can lead to problems like color fading or susceptibility to disease. The key is to maintain consistency in their environment, stable water quality, a varied diet, and enough space to swim. It is also important to quarantine new tank mates before introducing them to avoid spreading illnesses. Care tips for imperial angelfish. Ensuring your imperial angelfish thrives is all about paying attention to the details. First, remember to set up a tank that mimics their natural reef habitat. Adding live rock not only provides hiding spots but also supports algae growth, which is a natural food source for these fish. This can help reduce stress and provide a more balanced diet. Second, implement a regular cleaning schedule. Conduct partial water changes weekly to maintain pristine water conditions. Use high-quality filtration systems to remove waste effectively, as poor water quality can quickly lead to health issues. Third, be prepared for their occasional pickiness when it comes to food. If your angelfish refuses a particular meal, rotate between different types of food like frozen mysis shrimp, nori sheets, and marine angelfish formulas. Persistence and variety are the keys to meeting their dietary needs. Lastly, give them time to acclimate. When introducing a new imperial angelfish to your tank, dim the lights and give them a few hours to settle. This reduces stress and helps them adjust to their new environment, creating a safe home. Lastly, let's talk about making your tank a safe haven. Avoid sharp decorations or anything that could harm your fish's delicate fins. Choose smooth-edged tank accessories and ensure that all equipment is securely in place. A little attention to detail goes a long way in creating a safe and stimulating environment. The big reveal. Now, remember that question I asked earlier about the imperial angelfish's secret transformation? Here is the answer. The imperial angelfish undergoes an incredible transformation as it matures. Juveniles are mostly black and white with striking patterns, but as they grow, they transition into that iconic blue and gold coloration we all know and love. This change is a reminder of the amazing adaptability in the fish world. They are a reef favorite, but they're not the easiest to care for, so knowing the right care tips is essential. Final thoughts. Owning an imperial angelfish is a journey, one filled with awe, beauty, and a touch of drama, especially if you get a diva fish like mine. These fish are more than just a pretty face. They are living reminders of the wonders of the ocean. With the right care, they can be the star of your tank and a source of endless fascination. Next up, did you know that mini Nubian goats are a mix of two popular breeds and are known for their playful personalities? But here's a puzzler for you. What surprising feature makes them perfect for backyard pets, even in urban settings? Stick around to find out. If you enjoyed learning about the imperial angelfish, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about your favorite part of this video. Do not forget to check out the other videos on our channel for more amazing insights into the world of exotic pets. Until next time, happy fish keeping.